What's up?
Hey,
What's
what's
up?
up, girl?
Not much. Just run a little bit behind stuff. Okay, people, we
Oh
here
yeah.
on this first first of the month, first of May, new month, new maybe new strategy, new just new. Second month of quarter two. What's up, people?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Um, Weather's nice today. Not as warm as last week, but you, well, what we're gonna
No
talk
complaints
about today?
here.
Ah, figure no complaints with you.
Yes,
Figure no complaints with you. What we're gonna talk about this
sir.
week is gonna be about people. Would you ask a plumber to come to your house to fix a drain pipe or whatever and didn't have the tools? No, you wouldn't. We'll talk about that type of scenario and how it reflects in the business of online marketing, network marketing, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, stay tuned. Well, one of the things I've come across, I don't know if you come across it. Well, I've come across a lot of times. Um, we're in a digital age right now, and there's a lot of people don't have the equipment to actually compete in the online space. They don't have the right equipment. Okay, run so many times, and some of these people are supposed to be the so-called leaders of this, business, but they're leaders from a past time. They're not leaders of a current time that requires certain tools, assets to use to be successful online. I mean, basic stuff. I don't know if you've come across anything like that, Kent.
Not as far as some business leaders, for the most part, no. But I do know are who are who are you know lacking some of the and lacking some of the basic resources to get his presence online, and that just it's hard this day and age, but you're right, it is out there. It is, and it's more often than not.
Well, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about tools. I'm talking about webcam, the proper
Hmm.
mics, the use of
Yes, yes.
streaming online, those type of things. A lot of people don't. There's still a lot
Mm,
of people after we didn't have this stuff a few years ago, but it's a necessity now if you're going to be anyway online. Them day I'm gonna keep iterating on it. The days are always chasing people online. They over people. I'm not. I don't care what your network marketing upline, downline, cross line is telling you. People are not willing to waste their time chasing you, hook you
mm,
up on a damn uh, house meeting or any type of meeting. When I work with people, there are certain tools that I demand you have. You're going to have some kind of device, either a laptop, desktop, or a cell phone. You're going to have some way to get on the internet because it's an internet-based business. Without those tools and stuff, I can't work with you.
mm.
It is too hard. Now I can see if you live places, and I'm working with a guy right now, all the way in Nigeria. His internet's not that great. He has a phone, it's not that great. We tried to do a
Okay.
Zoom call or a streaming call on StreamYard, but it's just lack the streaming is not that great, but he has some tools. He's working on getting. Now I can work with people who are working with to try to get some efficient tools, but people look when you come across from me, I don't care what anybody else says. It's about having proper assets, tools to work with. If you can't, I'm not chasing you. Okay, I'm not gonna meet you in no hotel meeting. I'm not gonna meet you in no because I did a post just the other day about a mentor back in the day when we didn't have all this leveraging. If you can go to my profile, there's a video of Jackie Chan whipping this dude's butt with a bunch of pots and pans. And referring to that is that back in them days, you had a risk of running into what we call a no-show. I am not doing that kind of stuff today. I wouldn't have done it back then. That kind of stuff wouldn't want me to whip your ass over there. You at least have the decency to tell me right out the gate you're not interested, so you don't waste people's time. All it is saying I'm not interested. Not interested. Stop leading people on. That causes a lot of problems. Would cause a lot of problems with me. Ain't no way I'm gonna drive from here to Atlanta, which is 10 hours one way, and then you gotta drive back another 10. I know somebody's gonna sit down with me. I'm whipping somebody's butt. I'm not playing that. I don't play this. Okay? If that sounds too hard for you, then it is. Don't start nothing. Won't be nothing. Be courteous. Have some integrity about you. This is business. I don't have time. I'll be 63 this week, and I ain't got time to mess around with people that want to waste my time. That's why I will not meet you unless I talk to you first online. I'm not wasting my time meeting you no damn well. Okay, that's just me. Now you want to do that old school shit and all that other stuff, they go somebody else, but I'm not doing it. Them days is over. I'm not trying to prospect, chasing nobody out on the malls. I don't chase nobody online.
No, I'm not breaking me, but we're speaking. I've been there, done that. No, yes. And I haven't gone. I haven't gone to everything 10 hours out of my way to meet someone. But still, you take your time away from that you have to meet with someone who says that they're interested in the opportunity that you have. Then on the day of, they, for whatever reason, they decide not, and they don't call, say, hey, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to do it, or can we reschedule, or just say, hey, like Greg, I'm not interested. No. Those over for me as well.
It's just about having some integrity about you. This is business. I bet y'all don't do that, pull that kind of shit on your job, because you pull that shit on your job, your ass get fired. Okay? But you're willing to pull that shit on you because we ain't paying you? Well, you're not gonna get paid no way. You gonna get paid based off the value you bring to the market. I keep reiterating. Online marketing is based on marketing what you bring to the marketplace. That's what pays you. This is not a job. I'm not your boss. I'm not this or that. But you're not going to waste my time on or offline when it comes to setting up, talking to you about something. If you're not interested, don't just tell me straight up. Ain't going to hurt my feelings. I don't care. That means we don't have to waste each other's time. That's all I care about. It's like a relationship in any form or fashion. A woman, if she doesn't want to be bothered with you, tell me. If you don't want to date, tell me. Don't fucking waste my time with bullshit and nicey nice. I don't got time for that. I'm too old, too tired, and probably a little bit too pissed off about having to deal with that kind of shit. We're supposed to be all adults here, and I'm not going to jump them hoops. If you're trying to test me, I'm gonna fail, and you're gonna get embarrassed, or you're gonna get really talked to. Don't try to test me, okay? Don't even if you're thinking about testing me, you're gonna get the Bozak. I'm not here for that. It's a black and white thing. Either you are and you aren't. Ain't no gray in between. None of that stuff. Unless you are sick. And I like to know, if something happened with family, that's the only excuse. But you're not going to just blatantly disregard me and my time because you don't feel like it and you ain't got the courtesy or the huevos to say, I'm not interested. My attitude is going to be, fuck you. Don't ask me no more. Don't even attempt to me no more. I'm taking you off my list. All that kind of shit. If that sounds harsh, it just going to have to be, because I'm not wasting time with people about anything. I don't have time for this. The environment is too serious today to waste time on something that you really not interested in. Sit back at your damn job. But don't come to me complaining about that boss that's getting in your ass because you were 3 seconds late coming into work, or the politics that they play in them office spaces because you didn't decide that you didn't see any value of what I was offering. I don't want to hear it afterward. You really, especially if you stand me up like that, you get one shot. You stand me up, you don't get no shot with me. I don't give a shit who you go with, and because you to me, you're just gonna be a problem child, and I don't have no kids, and I ain't trying to be nobody's kid to an adult. I ain't trying to do it. And this is why we said there's tools of the trade that you gotta have, and part of the tools of the trade is having some kind of integrity about yourself. It's not worth wasting my time or anybody's time. I don't know about everybody else. There's some people that are out there, they'll hold your hand like a baby. They'll hold you like a whoopee. I'm not doing it. I'm working with adults. I'm working with not no children. And I want to know right out of the gate, like where Larry Winters used to say, let me know right out of the gate if you are with us or you ain't. Because that's how they used to do back in the day. We used to have this implementation of strategy called qualifying invite. And we still emphasize qualifying people for our time. That's what we do. This is a qualification for our time. Anything I do online is a qualification for my time with anybody. If you're not engaging with us on anything, that tells me you ain't interested. And that's fine. I don't need to work with people that are not interested. We're only looking for people that want to get out of the corporate plantation. All the rest of y'all lookies and stuff like that. Y'all sit back and be what y'all want to be, because I ain't got time for it. But there are requirements just like anything that you're going to have to get with to do the things that we are doing as far as business forward into the future. Because I'm not, like I tell people, there's some things you gotta, the some of the tools you got to invest in your business. Investing in your business, that means tools, education. It's like in network marketing. It's not about just signing that dotted line and getting that kit. There's a lot of other intricate things that go along with being in that space, and it's about a whole lot of different things. If you're not willing to invest, you're not willing to be in business for. You're not ready. You're not ready to be an entrepreneur. You're not ready to be in business for yourself. And it's not up to the upline to do that stuff. The upline's job, their only job is to send you direction to what is available. Like me and Kent work we belong to a platform that has all the tools and trainings that you would need that's under one roof, and we send people there that may be interested. Don't we're not here to try to train you 24/7 because we got other things that we do to build our business. That's why we let the system, the platform that we belong to, leverage our time and the training that is back there. Don't come asking us, well, how you do it? What's in the back office? Well, how you do this? Is in the back office. That's what I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Because self-education is the ultimate education. It is not our job to sit there and handhold you unless you need to know where to get something. That's what I'm gonna tell you. It's in the back office. That's how we learn.
Hey, yeah, and that's what Greg took me the first time I really started getting into MLSP. I was trying to figure out some things, and I'm like, well, Greg answered one question. Then, hey, will you look in the back office? It's there in the back office, and from there,
yeah. See, you guys spend too much time running around trying to train everybody. That was the problem in network marketing. Without leverage, these guys, you try to build a team, then you try to teach certain people on your team to be leaders. That takes too much time. I'm not trying to do shit like that no more. It takes too much time. This is why, back then, granted, you didn't have many tools to use. Those the only thing that you had to do. Today, it's foolish and unproductive to try to do something like that when you got all these tools, leveraging tools, streaming stuff, pre-recorded stuff that you can send people to, that they don't need to always need your assistance unless it's something real urgent or they want to go over some stuff with you after they've looked at the training. Okay, but you got to do your part in looking at the training, making sure the training is there for you, or that you understand what's going on in the training. Because I'm telling you, I'm not going to keep, pacifying adults. I'm not doing it. And if that's what, like I keep reiterating, if that's what you're looking for in our business, that's not what our business is about. That's not even what network marketing is about. It's about leadership. What we do in this business and even affiliate marketing, you have to have a leadership quality. And part of that leadership quality is acquiring certain asset tools to make your business run and work. If you want to be independent from the corporate plantation, some financial freedom to do what you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it, those are the type of things you got to understand. Okay, you got to understand. When it's not our job. Our job is to send you to direct you. That's it. When I put up tools or information on the Sunset Sunday that's in the lower third, that's information, and I'm sharing valuable information. Now you have to make a decision whether you go take it or leave it. It ain't my decision to do that. I did my job. I did my part. Those of you that are always looky, you see it. There's probably some of you. I've been doing Sunset Sunday since 2016. This has been 6 years, people, going on. And if any of you have been following me that long, it shouldn't take you long. It shouldn't take you that long to make a decision to decide whether I'm legit or not. If that's the case, there's something wrong with you. Okay. If there's something that you don't trust about me or don't like, then why you keep coming back? Okay, I've built an audience using this platform, and like I said, I tell people I started first with a cell phone. See, you use the tools, you use the tools that you already have. right now, I've been doing Sunset Sunday. Like I said, I started with my cell phone. I used to just walk around the backyard talking to people or talking on my cell phone. And Sunset Sunday back then may have been maybe 15, 20 minutes. Now I graduated to a whole hour show with it and got a partner with Kent because when the pandemic happened, we thought this is what we need to do. We didn't have all the streaming platforms that we got now. Only thing I was doing, we had the lives that I could do on Facebook, but Facebook was limited for the branding part of what we have and how we have to offer now. StreamYard gives us a lot of different things how I can brand myself and do things so people know who I am. We have a Facebook group for Sunset Sunday. You can watch this off. We have I'm about to probably in this summer, I'm gonna have a paid membership platform. I'm gonna say about $10 a month to be in the inside, and that gives you access to our other Facebook group that I have. $10 a month. What I probably might start doing is doing an intensive training once a month in that group, but you have to be a member to get that intensive training. Okay, that intensive training is going to be shared um, out to everybody. That intensive training is just going to be. To, I might do that through Zoom. I'm not sure yet, but you'll get to know because that will. I'm not gonna stream it. Um, I might do. I'm not gonna stream it on Facebook. That's gonna. Well, I'm out. Well, what I do, I'll stream it in the group that is going to, but I'm not gonna stream it out where everybody can look at. You got to be part of the inside membership team. See, when you have exclusivity in your training, that brings valuable content and information. You don't want everybody in there, okay?
Right.
You don't need everybody in there, but you'll know when that stuff is ready to be set up. I might even start another Facebook group. I'm not sure yet. Haven't decided. It's going to be a private Facebook group because it's going to be a membership requirement, $10 a month. If you can't pay $10 a month, you don't deserve to get the information. That's the bottom line. Okay. If you don't think it's valuable, there's gonna be other stuff that I'm gonna talk about. I don't talk about on here. Okay. It's gonna be real more intense about things that you probably don't know that are happening that you should be setting yourself up for because the world's changing, people. And the more you start being realized the world's changing, in some ways not for your best interest, the better that you're more equipped for it, the better off you'll be for your family. So I don't know. There's been a lot of stuff going on too this week. You hear that?
Oh yes.
What's his name? Elon Musk bought Twitter. I don't know how do you feel about that, kid?
I really don't know how I feel about it. I don't think some people left that because of his, I guess, because on certain, I didn't realize he was South African. Excuse me. And, if he was South African, if he's South African, he was raised in that story, but he's aware of that apartheid system that before it was removed. Part A lot of people left. I had thought I had thought about closing down my Twitter, but I said no because there's going to be these people. We're going to need some people there. I mean and personally that's what the block and delete's for. Get just block.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna. The thing is that I'm not. He's kind of a right wing
Mm-hmm.
enthusiast. My point. I sent out an email about that. You probably got that. If you're That's another thing. If you're not on my email list, it's hard for you to get exclusive information that I don't share. That I don't share on Facebook. See, this is the thing about
Mm-hmm.
getting in the inside of certain things. If you want to get in the inside, there's my to get subscribed to my once a week newsletter blog post. You need to go to that link down here on the lower third, Gregory Smith online newsletter. That will get you exclusivity to information that I don't share on Facebook. But yeah, I don't know. My whole thing, that was my whole thing was about whether, there was a talk about whether he would let Yellow Orange Man back on Twitter. If he gonna buy all that,
Mm-hmm.
gonna own it. Um, and we don't need that kind of shit. Nobody wants to hear his
No.
bullshit anymore. But then, then there was a thing that he said that he wasn't gonna come back on. Trump wasn't gonna come back on Twitter because of his own platform, but his platform's not doing so well no way.
Right. And of course we all know how famous.
Yeah, who knows? He lied about so many damn things.
Right.
And who knows what he's gonna do. You can't believe anything he says. Um, I guess the biggest thing about what needs to happen to keep him out from running again is that the Democrats are going to have to maintain both the House and the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to keep him from running again because he don't want to deal with a full Democratic thing that he won't get
Right.
shit done. He knows
Right.
that. So the strategy is to keep his ass out by maintaining the House and the Senate. At least
Right.
the House.
At the very House, yeah.
Really to maintain the House. We don't have full control of the Senate no way. It's 50-50. So the thing is to either keep control of the House and get majority of the Senate. That's what should be happening.
Mm-hmm.
To keep him out. Hey, I know maybe y'all don't want to hear politics, but politics is everywhere, people. In your business,
whether it or not.
Yeah, in your job, whatever you're doing, politics is part of. Politics is all about this whole thing of Twitter is all about politics.
Mm-hmm.
The whole virus thing now. When Fauci came out, was talking this week about we were, and see, this is the thing that the other side wanted to use. If you misstep just a little bit, they'll run and use that against you, trying to say that we were out of the pandemic, and that's not what he said. He said we're going into another phase. We are transitioning into another phase of the pandemic. He didn't say that we were out of it. People take one misinterpreted segment and run with it. But that's how fucked up folks are with stuff.
Right.
Okay? And you gotta be cognitive of that because people will use that again. They probably try to use some stuff against me off of this show. But I ain't trying to run for no office. I don't give a fuck about all that. Because I understand it's bullshit from both sides of the game. They just play different types of sides of the coin. I don't want no parts of it. So and then having the vice president being infected after getting a second booster. I know they never said that the booster was going to keep you from being infected.
Right.
But you would think I don't know what to think about it. Because there's some people who have never gotten it. As far as I know, I've never gotten it. And there's some people, I think why certain people don't get that is because I think it has something to do with their blood type. Be honest with you. There's been a few articles on that.
That's possible.
Stating that A's and old A's are more susceptible and could get more severe of the SARS than the O blood types. Now, I don't know if that's scientifically proven. That's just some articles I've seen. I just saw something today. I'm doing some research. I'm doing on my book. I'm doing a part 2 of the 5 keys to success. So it's a pandemic version of it. And what's so interesting of that, there's been some discussion on whether it's still, but you haven't heard anything lately. You got to go online. Whether this thing was more, they said that they have no evidence that has been manipulated, but then there was a discussion on this article said there's another technique that they can't detect whether it was manipulated or not because it's so seamless that they can use. So right here, there's an argument that, and even from the Trump administration, the one virologist said it takes a long time for stuff to jump from one thing to another like that. And he said, it just doesn't seem plausible that's what happened. The plausibility seems like, they've been running all these research, gain of function research, which they purposely develop and enhance viruses and genetically alter the GMO with them and cells with humans to see how they act to get ahead. They said the real reason was to get ahead in case something like this happened. But, people fuck up a lot of shit. And when they do, they don't want to take responsibility of it. So everybody wants to start blaming everybody else who did this. So they want to use back in 2002, they want to use, they're going by the SARS and MERS that jumped from bat. Let's see, this is my thing about that. Both of these SARS things seem to come from a bat. Now, if that's the basic foundation of this thing, why do they call this new one that we've been going through the last 2.5, 3 years a novel virus? The foundation of that virus is still COVID. See, if it came from another source outside the COVID, I can see that. But see, that has been my argument all the time. Why would you call it a novel virus when the foundation of it is still a COVID and it still produces SARS thing. See, those are the kind of things people don't realize and they just take for granted because somebody got some letters behind their names are supposed to know what the hell they're talking about. Education don't mean always that you're educated. That's why we try to tell you about, there's too many network marketers and coaches and everybody like to spout off good, one would say, quotes and shit, but they really got nothing to do with real life in the sense of talk to me like I'm talking to you at a bar or a restaurant or whatever. Everybody want to sound so educated, so knowledgeable, instead of talking real to motherfuckers about what's really going on. That's my problem with all you coaches and mentors. And I don't wear any of those kind of labels. Okay. For me, a coach should stay in the lane of sports because that's where I always knew it for. Okay. Stay in the lane of sports and stuff. I don't use the term coach in any other scenarios or whatever. Mentor probably fits better for any other thing outside of sports than coaching because it coaches always has to me the significance towards sports. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now we want to take these words and spread them around to every niche and cranny of business, which this is the biggest problem we're going through now with all this shit on um, gay rights and all these messed up kids walking around not knowing who the fuck they are. You know, there's always been gays, homosexuals that are around. I ain't got no problem with that. The problem I'm always having now is this gender bender shit. That's the thing I'm having a problem with. Where does that come from? What's your thoughts on that, Kent?
I couldn't even begin to try to try to figure it out. And I know that's not popular content. Well, it's not to to figure out. Just let them be. But with that, still as right as an American citizen taxpayer, I should have I should have some say into what tax dollars are going to. And with this, and I can understand the L. I, I'm going to so help out, Greg, but the LB, um,
LBGTQ, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. But
but
see,
as far as this gender bending, I don't get that either. I'm sorry, I don't get it.
but those letters that you're saying is part of that mess too. And we wonder why
Okay.
everything's so fucked up around here because see I'm not a religious person at all. Okay. I think religion is bullshit. I think is religion is used to manipulate man. There was a guy who was online talked about. I don't know if any of you guys have seen this movie with Denzel Washington. It was called The Book of Eli. The Book of
Oh,
Eli,
I have. So
huh?
I was saying, I've seen it. So
The Book of Eli, make it short. Book of Eli was about after the nuclear blast or whatever happened. There was only one Bible left in the world, and for some reason he was sanctioned to take this Bible to a safe place And with that, during this whole journey, he was invincible. He was taking out folks left and right. Okay. There's a guy who wanted that Bible to use it for his own means, which has been the case since time immemorial anyway. The problem was when he did get the Bible, it was transcribed in Braille. The most people, I got in an argument with a good friend of mine that couldn't recognize in that movie that Denzel Washington's character was blind.
Right.
He wanted to tell me, well, he looked directly at that rat that was in there. So what? There are people who are legally blind, they may see shadow and everything, but they're still blind. They get into the scenario or detail of how blind he was. We knew he was blind. And that's why that book was in Braille, because he couldn't read it in the other transcription. People, this movie went over. I know this movie went over so many people's heads. I caught that right off. That's the spirituality. That's the third eye. That why he was able to do that and read that book, because of his. They say when you lose certain senses, the other ones become sharper.
Right.
This is why some of y'all, a lot of us are going to have to become more sharper about what's going on in this world, because they're blinding us with all kinds of shit through our food, chemicals, lifestyle, on stuff, so we can't think, can't critically think about what's being done, said, or heard. All this kind of shit is a way of manipulation to control people. I just saw a video earlier today about certain scenarios about controlling people through, what they call RS chips or something. I'm talking about they're trying to control you when you watching from the point of what you're drinking, who you're talking to, what you watch on TV, on the internet, to what you say. That's total. That's really slavery. That's more than control. That's total slavery. That means you got no say so in your life. I'll be goddamn if I'm gonna live in a place like that. That's why you gotta watch what's being said, done, and put out there. They try to hide it in bullshit. Just like in the book of Eli, a lot of people try to hide today. You see these right-wing fucks always try to hide their demonology, their agenda in Christianity. Always. And it gets to be, you got to be, let me turn on someone. You got to be cognitive of that shit. Just like I said, there's tools and shit today. In business, you got to be aware of and know to be successful, because technology, techniques, strategies are all changing every day, every month.
Yes.
What's going to be popular or works now ain't going to work in probably 6 months. Look what's going on with Facebook. Facebook, when it came out with the live videos, that was the thing, how to get your message out. Now, that's changed to don't go into stories and reels. Shorter stories, shorter videos. That gets more engagement than the lives. This is how technology is changing. See, there's too many of us have been sitting on our laurels and comfortable about we get into certain things. Oh, this is good. This will help me in my business. But some things change. And I always say is that why things change is based off of who's using them.
Yes.
Things change when you have critical mass, and then there's certain people that are benefiting from those strategies or tools. they got to come up with other things, and they do it overnight. And sometimes you'll miss it. You know, they're always talking about how Facebook and stuff uses algorithms to determine how whether or not your content gets seen. And see, now algorithms may not mean as much because of the way they're doing with stories and reels. Because you know one source will outdo another source, and then it will contradict the other. These things read each other.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have them all trying to do the same thing. It doesn't work that well. Okay, because they're in the fabric of the whole platform. So you got to see how. That's why they do what we call split testing on stuff. They're seeing what content, what ways are working better, either whatever their intentions are. So I don't know. We don't know what people with money on Elon Musk, what he may do with Twitter. He may make it harder for you to get your content out if he's of that mindset of the right wing fucks. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
He may not. What's your thought on that part? You think that he'll let you? I don't. He may let.
It's hard,
Go ahead.
man. It's so hard to tell right now. Um, when is it? Does anyone know when the official sale is taking place?
I thought, some things take for a while. Depends on things that they got to agree on.
Right.
I thought maybe June, but I don't know.
Okay.
I just got another.
Yeah, maybe it may be as late as September. Who knows?
Yeah.
Just depend on what they agreed to and all that.
This, this,
I I'm gonna just like you. I'm stay on air. So I can't put out as you stated the content that I want to put out in there, or if then if it's just being too much. You know what I mean when I say too much, you know, influx of right right wing terminologies, QAnon things, and
see, I
until
don't.
that,
Yeah,
and
I don't personally use Twitter
I,
like some people do, and I
yeah,
don't, and I don't really use. See, my basis of content is still on Facebook, but this is what
same here,
but a
same
lot of
here. To be
people
honest
fail.
with you,
A lot of people fail to understand that you can connect these sites together. I use a third-party
hmm
software to do that, and you can
right,
connect your Instagram accounts to certain pages on your Facebook, where you can just work from Facebook, and your content hits all these places. See, I
right,
believe in not working as hard, working smart, so I can run my content from videos, content like this show right now is going to be hitting on certain avenues right now because of how I got stuff set up. And what StreamYard allows you to do is stream on different, different places. I don't need to be on everything on every time. I can work from one. It's like you working from one place, and your content is just spreading out because how you got stuff connected. That's leverage, people. If I had leverage like this 15 years ago, Shit. Would have been lot of stuff different. They had the technology, you know. And the biggest problem with the right wing things now, they want to shut down a lot of this stuff because they realize how many people are getting connected and making money with social media and the internet. It's just like now everybody's talking about crypto. And I'm going a different way on crypto. And I'm starting to do some research on the infrastructure of how crypto is running. I don't know if all you guys, there's a lot of y'all I get this all the time. There's a lot of people so up the butt on cryptocurrency, Bitcoin and Ethereum and all that other stuff. That ain't the money, people. That ain't the money. Just like, think about if you had invested in the internet in the early days of the internet and then social media where you would be with all the content that flows over there. Didn't matter who was on there or didn't. You would still be making money through your investment. What's the same thing that's going to happen with all this decentralized currency, because it's not going to matter who runs on it. If you have investments in the infrastructure of how this is run, you're going to make money. A lot of y'all probably don't even know what the infrastructure of what these digital currencies run on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I might do it. Maybe I'll do a webinar on Sunset Sunday on that. I'm not gonna say right now. Me and Kent's talked about this, but I'm not gonna say that right now. You may be able to do the research. There's a lot of things that people are not thinking about because you're going by what the media has been approaching you with and all that. The big money is not so much on the. It's like real estate. The money, if you own real estate, the money's owning the land of real estate, not what's built on it. Because what's built on it is going to have to pay you any damn way, regardless. Okay? So this is what I'm talking about. If you're going to go on an investment, I figure go into the big money, find out what's driving all this, and that's where you invest in, not what everybody else is investing in. But that's how that runs. And next week is Mother's Day, ain't it?
It is.
I'm trying to think, do I want to do a show next week or what? I'll do a Mother's Day show.
You're going to do a Mother's Day show?
Yeah. If I decide not to, I'll let you know.
Okay, yeah, because even though mom has gone on Missouri, as they say, I know, that's Miss Smith's day. I know you probably gonna spoil her a little bit and everything. So
yeah, but the way these restaurants and stuff have been, I don't know. I just go to the fast food thing's been a chore.
Man, no, I bought a breakfast at McDonald's. Like, $8. Yeah,
well,
it's getting crucial.
It's these workers that are at these places. Like I went to Wendy's today, and this is the second time this shit's happened to me. I tell them what I want, and then they give me one of what I asked for. I said, "What's wrong? You motherfuckers don't know? Y'all can't hear? No habla inglés." I mean, what's going on? It's not the first time this stuff has happened.
Okay.
And it makes you wonder: had this COVID fucked up a lot of these people's sense of learning or whatever? Has it started a learning disability? I don't know, but it's a fucked up situation that's going on here now. I'm sitting out here on the sun porch. It's still kind of light. It's 8:45, and I still see rays of the sun have just gone down. So next to the last, we're gonna change the should I change? What I want to do? Or should I wait till the 31st? Not too many changes. You know what? I'll keep it like that. I'll wait till the 31st. We'll change it to 8:45 the time.
Okay.
I'll wait to the end of this month. At the end of this month, the time will change because I don't know. Let me just see how things go. Because this month the time is going to change of the show to 8:45.
Yeah, the sun will go down later, each day, obviously.
Yeah, so I'm a gauge on that because it's almost 8:30 now when the sun's going down. So in another week or so, it'll be 8:45.
Yep.
Or whatever. Then I'll just go with that, and that will be that until sometime in the fall when it start getting shorter. That's why I do this show called Sunset Sunny, because it's based on the time the sun go down. That's the whole premise of this. Yes, there's a spiritual aspect to all this. If you haven't caught up on how we talk about certain things, but and we're at that time right now. You got any more thoughts or things to add on? Like people, I say, you got to have tools. That's the whole premise. You got to have tools. No matter what you're doing, you got to have tools. No matter what niche of business you got. Without those tools, you can't do it. You can't be successful. Always have tools in the truck.
Yeah, and like Greg had said earlier, program. Imagine surgeon going surgery without a or at the very least without his surgical mask on, or his gloves, or having an anesthesiologist there and his nurses there to help him during it, or a mechanic without his lug wrench or his his lift as he lifts up the car to check and see what's going on. Hey, you gotta have these tools, especially on online business. So as Greg stated, the tool we'll need now for your online business is a quality microphone, a quality webcam. Doesn't have to be state of the art. Good quality webcam.
Yeah, because
those are
most of your intricate integrated webcams and mics aren't that good on your laptops or desktops. Even with the Apple, some of them. On my Apple, I got an external camera and mic on that, because it just that for one reason they take up a lot. They run by a software that's inside the device, and a lot of times those things can go wrong. I mean, not saying that the external ones don't, but they seem to run all different megabytes or whatever you want, and it seems to be more efficient. So that's why it's always better to get an external one, perfectly an HD one to get more clarity and stuff on there. Right now I'm sitting on the sun porch, and the sun, when I first started, the sun was right directly in my face, and I turned on this light, so I'm kind of in the dark right now. I don't have probably should have turned on that light there that's over me, or not over me, it's in the corner. I might have to go invest and get me a one of them ring lights and attach it to somewhere on here. That way
Mm-hmm.
but there's something that I'm gonna look into too. Well, with that said, like you said, we do this every Sunday night. Been doing this since 2016. We've been on this scenario panel since 2020. So that's 2 years.
Yes.
Altogether, it's been 6 years for me doing this. So if you like I said, if you like what we are talking about, share this out.
And
Share this out too.
cast and who want the live or who want the audio version, go to Spotify, send chat pod.
Oh yeah, we do have we have a podcast of the show. You can either go there, Spotify, or you can go to this link. That's the link to the podcast. You can hear them episodes of those. We're not just on one thing, we're on Apple too and some other ones. But that's the link to the podcast. I usually upload this podcast, or there's other ones that are on there for other features. I decided to I did this a couple of months ago, started a podcast version of this. Instead of trying to do a whole different content thing, I said, let me put this on the audio so people who want to watch it or listen to it, can. I mean, I know video is essential, but some people you may not have it. You can listen to this while you run. You can listen to this while you do whatever. So we're giving you a chance to listen to the Sunset Sunday on our podcast. So with that being said, I always say, this is not my saying. It comes from Les Brown. He said, don't let the corporate structure put you in a grave earlier than you should be because y'all stressed out because you don't like your job. Because most of the time, they say the heart attack rate goes up on Sunday nights. This is Sunday night. Don't let them put you in an early grave because they'll have your job in the paper before they have your obituary. And that's truth. It's not worth it. Corporate American structure don't give a damn about you. Don't give a damn about me. Don't give a damn nobody. If you can't produce the funds for them, you're going to be out anyway. Because we're heading into that time period now where they're planning for 2023 and whether they're going to keep some of y'all's divisions open at the end of the year. Because, they lay off people when you go into the Christmas and Thanksgiving holidays. And just think about it, people. We got 7 months till Christmas. 7 months. This is the 5th month of the year of 2022. Day 1, May 1. 7 months.
Mayday.
So ain't that far off. These years, as you get older, it's going faster. Ain't no time to waste time with folks and stuff. If you want to learn to do some of the things we're doing, either DM me or DM Kent. We'll get you together. Okay? We'll get you together. With that being said, my name is Greg Smith. Where is it?
Robertson.
We're here, like I say, every Sunday night. Till then, till next week. Peace, people. Take care, and we'll see you on the next video next week. Or next show.
Take care, everybody.